Welcome back, SuicideFantasyFootball.com. Back in the War Room 2012 to give you the top 5 tight ends in fantasy football. Jim, I'll start this one.
Go ahead.
And I'm going number 1, Jimmy Graham. No big surprise. I think he became the elite guy. He's still got Drew Brees throwing him the ball. Marcus Colston isn't going to take anything away that the receivers didn't take away last year. Jimmy Graham is going to be the man. Number 2, I'm going Aaron Hernandez. I think he's going to put up similar numbers to Gronk. I think he might even outperform Gronk a little bit, but you can get Hernandez 3 or 4 rounds later than you can get Gronk. So to me, that makes him the number 2 tight end in fantasy football. Number 3, Antonio Gates. He's looking great in camp. He's going to be probably the number 1 receiver in San Diego, and I like him if he stays healthy. Number 4, I'm going Gronkowski. I just think his stats dip. People are picking him in late first round, early second round. Insane to me. So I think Gronkowski is going to be a disappointment for where you got to get him. But I'm still picking him in the top 5, tight ends when you look at it. And then number 5, Jason Witten. He's going to come back. He's going to be the guy they wanted him to be last year. Romo's going to put up good numbers. It's going to make me sick because I hate the Cowboys. But Jason Witten's going to be a top 5 tight end again in fantasy football.
I'm going Jimmy Graham, number 1, kind of just like you. I think he established himself as the elite guy that was out there. No matter what, I don't think that they're going to...
on my dick. Oh.
Yeah. Nice. Number 2, Aaron Hernandez. I said it all along. I said it as the season started this year. Aaron Hernandez was going to outscore Gronkowski. Going into last year, he was definitely the best option in fantasy football over Gronkowski. I think that defenses watch tape and they're going to game plan against Gronk. There's no way he's going to get it.
Agreed.
Number 3, I got Jason Witten. Every time I name a Cowboy, I tell you I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. But I think he's going to be the one that Tony Romo relies on more this year as it gets older. He's going to get the catches. No Martellus. And he's also going to catch more touchdowns. He's always been a great guy in a PPR league. He just hasn't gotten into the end zone as much. I think this year he gets into the end zone. Great. Number 4, I got Gronkowski. I think he's going to be an okay tight end. I think he's going to be a good tight end. Like you just said, people are taking him in the 2nd round. It's ridiculous. There's no way he's going to ever... He's probably going to do half of what he did this year.
If you take Jimmy Graham early 2nd, I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. Like Chris Rock said, I wouldn't do it, but I understand.
That's a bad Chris Rock impression.
That's horrible, dude.
Number 5, I got Vernon Davis. I think he's shown that he's a beast. When you get him the ball, he can run over everybody in front of him. He can run the fly pattern as a tight end, which is almost unheard of. He's not like a possession guy who's going to knock people down only. He's fast enough to get into that second layer of defense. I think he's going to have another outstanding year. In the playoffs, he was ridiculous. I think he carries that momentum into the regular season this year.
All right, that's our top 5 tight ends in fantasy football this year. Subscribe to our videos below. I promise to do no more Chris Rock impressions.
Thank God.
If you like us, also check out our radio show on Blog Talk, Monday nights 8 to 9 o'clock. It's Fantasy Football Overload. On Facebook, we're Suicide Fantasy Football. And on Twitter, you can follow us at SFF Insider. Also check out the Revolution in Fantasy Football. It's Suicide Fantasy Football, where you combine the one-and-done aspect of a suicide pool with traditional fantasy football. So use them and lose them, that's the twist. Once you try it, you'll be hooked for life, like crack.
$50 entry into our Grand Prize League. Top winner gets a trip for 2 to the Super Bowl. Tickets, airfare, and hotel. $50, best deal around.